Well, the holidays are almost here. Thanksgiving's like a week and change away, and it can get pretty stressful. But our next guest, one of our favorites, is here to tell you how to create an environment all year long that will really promote peace and serenity now in your home. We even feel like that on set. I mean,
really
it's happening.
I love when we have this type of stuff. Miss Susie Frazier is here, and she has a brand new book called Designing for Wellness, and she's going to be sharing some of the principles of the book with us. Susie, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. You know, it's
serenity in the studio, thanks.
I know, right? You're going to feel a little different when you get home.
We've got our zen going.
Yeah, we do.
Good.
So tell us, Susie, a little bit more about the world of designing for wellness.
Well, I mean, I think we can all agree we've been seriously talking a lot about, you know, food as a sort of source of how do we foster well-being, and certainly the things that we do with our body, like exercise. But, you know, science is finally catching up with some of the things I've been doing for about 20 years or so, which is how do we place things in our built environment that actually calm us and make us feel good. So I decided to put some ideas together in a book because while my colleagues like architects, you know, interior designers, they're running out to get certified in the new well building standard, which is all about the mind and how do we create places of refuge in settings that we live and work in. I wanted to make it easy for the public to think, what can I do at home in my own places that are really simple? I don't have to have industry knowledge, but, you know, 3 simple tips that I'm going to share with you guys today.
Well, let's hear them because this does seem simple, but then I think, can I do this? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Can I put this together, Susie?
Well, we're so used to our retail environments that sort of overstimulate us, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, on top of that, we have all of our digital devices and things that sort of keep our attention, and our homes, in fact, are built for entertaining. So what we're all about in this new era of interior design is really about what can you do to find places of refuge in your own home, even if it's a nook.
Amen.
So, you know, the book's filled with 15 principles, 3 that I'm going to share with you guys today that are really simple. First one is just bring the outside inside. You can do the most basic, simple things. I mean, I love working with loggers, so I get access to things like this all the time.
I was going to say,
average person, you know, you can go to the beach. I go down to Lake Erie all the time, and I'm gathering things that I make, but you know, this is even the simplest thing. I have vases that we sell, but I went across the street, seriously, to a vacant lot that has been like abandoned, and I had my big clippers. I was with Liz, and we literally were hacking away at this cottonwood tree, but we came out with elegant things that, I'm sorry, I can't necessarily find these at stores, but they're very natural. And one of the reasons I love them kind of leads to our second principle, which is really embrace the imperfections of life. We are so caught up in trying to be perfect in every way. Our settings need to be super smooth and perfect. And so for me, I've always had this obsession with, look at those odd things.
Right, like there's a little crack right there, but that's okay.
And you know why it's okay? It's a metaphor for life. Like, how do we look at ourselves? And we're so hard on ourselves on, like, what can I do to be more perfect or more efficient or more productive? And I'm actually out there stumping for, you know, if you want to have mental and emotional wellness, you really do need to be okay with who you are, even with your imperfections.
That's beautiful.
Embrace them.
Yeah, it's part of my own journey too. I mean, I just got diagnosed with ADD and anxiety a couple years ago, and so, you know, in order for me to heal from that and be okay with that, those are things I've had all my life.
Yeah.
And it turns out the art I do is a coping tool that I didn't know.
Wonderful.
So a third thing anybody can do, which is super fun, I love this for holiday parties, I like to treat people to like this permission to be personal and interactive with the things that you do in your home. So these are just steel napkin rings. They're made out of a long steel tube pipe. And we have a product called intention blocks. You can magnetically place them on to any product that's steel. But then what you do at the dinner party is you can go around the table and you over wine or whatever you have everyone talk about. Like, give us one thing you're thankful for that's related to this word, Holly. You know,
I'm seeing inspire, connect,
well, I'm thankful for
imagine.
you at this very moment.
Wow.
This is the honest truth.
Susie,
people get into
this.
it. They really do. So,
oh, this is fantastic.
And there's one more
Let's get you all
thing.
the information. Yes, please tell us.
Can I give you this?
I was so curious about these black stones.
Yeah.
They're so smooth.
They're not just pretty to look at.
Because they are pretty.
There is some real basic, like, at a very indigenous level, the energy that you come out of with rocks. So if you place these on a coffee table, anytime, even in a work setting, you will find people grabbing them and then they will play with them and you won't know why, but it's like self-soothing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you don't know that it's helping you, but
it's
it
like
does.
a holistic wellness. This is great.
Above and beyond. I feel like we could do 30 minutes of just talking about this.
Well,
Susie, I love what you're doing.
Me too.
I really love what you're doing.
You're a
This is
blessing
so
and a
cool.
gift.
Aw, well,
We're
you
so
guys,
glad
we
to
can do
have
it for
you
each other,
on.
right? These are not like you don't have to be an artist to do this.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, we should all find ways to create calm.
Well, there you see. And you can meet the author herself right here with the book signing coming up Friday, November 16th. It's at from 5 till 9. Susie Frazier's showroom is located right on West 80th Street. It's the first floor. You can also go to susiefrazier.com. You're amazing.
Susie, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I just love what you said. Embrace your imperfections. I feel like we need to hear that. And
This is a lesson we all learn
reinforced
today.
all the time. Susie, thank you so much. Please come back again soon.
I would be honored. Thanks, you guys.
Absolutely.
You're the best, really.